Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the re-inaugural showing of the first ever episode of the Jacob and Me podcast. I am Radio.
You went the long way around with that
yes.
one. I'm Jacob. I am me.
Yes. No, I am me. You are Jacob.
Fair enough.
You are the Jacob of the Jacob. I am the
I just made myself look really stupid.
Yes. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Right. Welcome. Finally, we got to be able to do this. Like I've been talking about doing it. I've been like, dude, I got the whole background thing up, and then I got the setup. We got the computer going. It's like we finally got it to go.
And now we're here.
We're
ready.
Yes. But I don't even know where to go. Subscribe already because you know you want to, because you want to see this beautiful face and this beautiful face all the time. We're gonna be doing this weekly. At least this one once a week. The sports one or undrafted opinion is gonna be twice a week, and
Pennsylvania
will be at least once a week. We'll see. That one's gonna be like, because we have to prepare a little bit more for that one. And then like I said, we all have College Avenue After Hours, which where we be playing video games, kind of like the original Jacob and Me videos that we did that. I'm gonna be doing, and then we're gonna be doing stuff by ourselves. Like you'll be doing like FIFA videos by yourself. I'm gonna be doing like Warhammer videos by myself. Kind of explaining what the College Avenue channel and like kind of the coexisting channels, what they're going to be doing. But this is going to be the meat of everything.
Meat and potatoes.
Yes, and everything else is like the salad and dessert, I guess, in a way. But yes, this is where we talk about what we nerd out on, really. We're going to have guests on eventually. We're just going to be able to settle in and figure everything out as we go. But yes, so this one, we are going to be talking about some video games. We're going to be talking a little bit, like basically a movie review. And then we're going to do one of my, it'll be like a regular segment of me having you pick out a random topic that I've written down, and we'll talk about that. Because it kind of balances out. So
I'm a little bit scared about that one.
A little nerdy, and then we'll get a little bit, passionate or whatever you want to call it. A little
passionate.
Nostalgic. Who knows? We'll see where it goes.
Okay.
So the how we're gonna start this out is we're gonna talk about some video game announcements that got announced this past week or two.
Yeah.
The first game we're gonna get into, which they teased last week and then they released the trailer this week, was Battlefield 5. How do you feel about this? Because I'm a little upset of them going with World War II, but it makes sense since the last one was World War One, but it wasn't really World War One in a way. But
I don't really care too much about whether or not it's World War II. I feel like we had so many games in a row that were near modern or future, even near future. Yeah. This is what you get. Like this is the market rebounding the other way. This is
their first game since 1943, I think, that they've done in World War II, right? Am I correct? That was like a standalone online game.
Yeah, because they had a couple bad companies in there, and then Battlefield
Vietnam,
3, 4,
Vietnam was an expansion.
Hardline, those are all current things, and then obviously Battlefield 1 went back to World War 1.
Yeah.
So yes, I think you're right.
Okay, so I'm right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited with this kind of in a way now too. Cause I'm like,
we should keep some sort of like board of like the number of times you're right. You get like a check mark or whatever.
It'll be on there.
Okay.
I'll do it. Oh, I'm excited in a way because I feel like it's kind of more leveling playing fields in a way. I feel like with the other ones you have like night vision, like thermal shit, and I feel like this one's just like Iron Sight, one like decent like little what do you call them?
It's scope.
Like a simple scope, like a holographic scope, and then one nice scope, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like, true. And like, there's not that there's less to choose from, but there's gonna be like your usual World War II armory going on, and then the tanks and stuff. That's like my favorite thing to watch, just Josh crush kids in tanks, and then have them get into a plane. I'm like, Josh, can you take these guys out? These guys are really being annoying. And I don't know. It's hopefully going to be fun, because I remember having good times on 1943, like with me, you, and Josh, for sure. And we had a couple other people that we played with. But hopefully, too, they have. I'm not too sure if this is just going to be the European theater, but hopefully they might add the.
I'm sure there'll be a DLC for Pacific Theater stuff. So. I think that I've always preferred the Battlefield gameplay to Call of Duty. I like Battlefield better. It's just like I think it's more fun of a game. I like the semi-destructibility, like being able to like make a hole or like drive through a wall with a tank or like
so
whatever.
A sniper in a certain building. And you can't take him out because
so you take down the building.
Yeah, take the building.
Yeah. So like I enjoy stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to that. I think my reaction to the trailer itself.
There was some weird complaints about people with the woman or the lady being in the trailer and having her fight. I was like, are we really complaining about this? But
well, it was like she had a prosthetic arm too. It was weird. The whole trailer.
I think video game companies don't give a it's a fictional. It's real.
No, like I understand they can do whatever they want with their video game, and like Battlefield 1 was like an alternate history, and that to me it seems like they're jumping down the alternate history rabbit hole again.
But I mean, there was that one specific Russian guerrilla fighter that was like pretty famous. I forgot her name. Because I remember Colin tweeting about it, and I was like, because I remember that's the only reason why I brought it up, because I saw Colin and there was like a thread going on, and I was like, yeah, I get like the people don't want them to portray women as like that kind of like they did this kind of thing, like a majority of them, like because obviously there's only a select few that actually picked up a gun. Did it or was even allowed to do it, but I don't think it's a fucking video game, dude. Get over it. Like, yeah,
I definitely understand that. Yeah. I think just the way I know I'm gonna enjoy the gameplay. I like how the ballistics work. Like I said, like having to like lead your target, like the bullet drop with snipers. Like I've always enjoyed that, but I felt with this trailer, I don't know, it didn't hype me for Battlefield. Okay.
There was a lot of action going on. I was like, holy.
But it was like too over the top.
Yeah, it was like somehow people were surviving weird situations. I was like, how did that lady survive? Like, she got shot. How the hell is she like okay to be able to shoot a gun again?
Yeah, I would have rather have seen like gameplay over.
Well, we did at the very end where the guy picked up a machine gun and.
But even still, it was really weird. He was like you're talking about the dude with the LMG, I think, right? Yeah. Like he was like constantly. The only animation really I felt like we saw was like he had a really quick reload, which I noticed. I was like, okay, quick reload on the LMGs.
That guy's really efficient.
Yeah, apparently.
He's trained really well.
And then like the whole rest of the time is like him falling on his back, and then just like spraying the LMG and mowing people down. Basically, is what it felt like. So and then like there was like a 109 crashed and like killed some dudes that were gonna kill him, and then like something fell and like killed another dude that was gonna kill him. Yeah. And then like the girl with the prosthetic arm saved him.
There was, like, a bridge.
She had like a bat. It was like The Walking Dead. She had like a bat with like.
But like all this was like going on. I think like the riverbed was like dried out or something like that. It seemed like I was like, why is there like a random bridge in a field? That's what it felt like.
Yeah. It was definitely weird. We'll obviously find out more at E3.
I think they were just trying to fit in as many elements as possible to sell the game. I think because this is probably a reaction to Call of Duty's announcements and stuff too, so you don't want to hype the game as much as possible. But I mean, that can be like the next game we're going to talk about is Black Ops 4. Right. So
I'm glad to see that like the two like biggest shooting franchises are like they're in different eras now.
Yeah, and I think also it's in the same kind of realm as. There's no real competitiveness. People are gonna buy both games, like how they're with the Switch and like the consoles and stuff. I feel like they really don't have to worry about that. They have to worry about like their personal situation, like with with Battlefront like with the transactions and stuff. I think they're realizing what's hurting them in a sense, like making better PR decisions.
I think that like these two games come out a week from each other. October 12th is Call of Duty. October 19th is Battlefield. I think that's going to hurt Battlefield, not because of like any sort of gameplay thing. I think that like not everyone can afford to buy games back to back like that, and I think that like the average person is going to go for Call of Duty over Battlefield, and like Battlefield will be picked up like on the holiday sales.
I think I can say yes to that, but I feel like there's also niches. I think people are really like there's Battlefield guys, and then there's Call of Duty guys. Like
I agree with that, but I think that
I would say we're Battlefield guys.
Yes,
but this is our thing, so that's why we get games almost simultaneously, and then the way we work out with our system with our friends and stuff. But I feel like actual gamers that are gonna buy it day one. I think there'll probably be more Call of Duty players, but I feel like Battlefield or EA isn't too worried about it because I think they're still gonna be able to sell. Not as many copies because like Call of Duty for some reason I don't know why people buy the game like so many people buy this
game. I just think that like the middle ground, more people lean towards Call of Duty.
I guess.
And I think what we're going to talk about Call of Duty, unless Battlefield announces something similar.
Yes. So let's get into Black Ops 10.
Yeah.
So Black Ops 4, they announced a battle royale. So I'm happy about this in a way.
Oh yeah.
Because it starts to comment like this tells Fortnite and PUBG and all the other battle royale, get your together. Because like, and I'm kind of glad that like the two biggest shooters. I'm hoping Battlefield kind of has something like this. It'd be fucking amazing, but because it has a similar feel to like PUBG in like the first person mode. But it's good to see a company that has the resources to finally get their shit together. And the way I'm hoping they just don't do any kind of stupid shit. Just play PUBG for like 10 hours and like do that same shit again.
But with better graphics.
Yeah. It's gonna run better. They're gonna have the server capabilities to run this game. Well, I mean,
the World War II launch was rough, especially with like that public.
But I think we've seen those launches though; they're always bad. Like the first week, that's why you play the campaign the first week, basically. So I didn't play the campaign.
I think I agree with what you said. I am very happy that like someone with, I think it's Treyarch this year.
Yes,
I think so. So it's gonna be zombies again.
Zombies, because they're talking about like, the original zombie guys are
right. So like, I'm really happy to see someone with like huge amount of resources to like try out this. Like this, we're gonna find out what battle royale really can be. I think.
Yes,
I can
agree with that.
I think that of the two between Fortnite and PUBG, I think PUBG is gonna suffer the worst from this like renaissance of this like genre, the rise of this genre, because first off, they are both like graphically and gameplay wise most similar to like especially a Battlefield if Battlefield was to do it, but like Battlefield, Call of Duty, like that's more along the lines of what PUBG is than Fortnite. I think Fortnite has a much younger audience on average, and they already have such a huge market share, especially on like the streaming side, that I think
they just
that
surpassed
Fortnite is going to be Fortnite is going to be relatively safe. I think regardless of how successful.
I think it's also going to depend on the influencers as well. So like Ninja and Shroud, and see how if they're going to pick this up. And
yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be hard to leave Fortnite.
I think it has a big influence on that, because like that's the only reason why I play PUBG. I like watching Shroud. It's not that I like playing like Shroud, but that got me to play that game. Like out of nowhere. Yeah. That's like one of my big examples. And then like watching the like little stupid tournaments they have. It's not that I don't like Fortnite. I just think it's too cartoony, and it feels like we're out.
I definitely like PUBG better as well.
But like
I agree.
But I feel like the influencers, like I think that's going to be the big thing. There's always going to be a new influencer anyways, regardless of that plays these games.
Yeah, someone will pop up.
There's someone that always pops up like every 3 months or something like that gets really popular. But I feel like that whoever the bigger guys are going to be playing, I think they're going to draw the attention onto that game. And I think we look at Ninja, what they did with Drake and stuff, and like the streaming record. I think that definitely helped out. That gave Fortnite the pedal to the metal over PUBG for sure. But also PUBG has a crutch.
PUBG's in the dust.
Yeah, because like PUBG has that crutch because it's only on Xbox and PC. Like you throw that on the PlayStation, like I feel like at launch, if they didn't have that deal with Microsoft or with Xbox, I think if they released on both consoles, it would have given them a better chance. I'm not saying it would have totally changed the situation, but it definitely would have given a better chance.
Well, part of PlayerUnknown's problem is like there's such a small group of people trying to do this. Like that's what we're saying. Like so, like just my fear about PUBG is that like I think that they're gonna keep going and like trying to make their game better and all that, but like Treyarch and EA or DICE specifically, but like EA's publishing, like they're not trying. Like Call of Duty is not gonna have a Fortnite mode. It's gonna have basically like they're making a better PUBG.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of for PUBG. Like, I like PUBG more than Fortnite, but Fortnite is its own thing. It's its own art style. It's its own gameplay.
Yeah.
It has its own mechanics. Obviously, like, the Call of Duty version might, like, borrow some of those mechanics, but, like, the gameplay is going to be, like, they're really making a better PUBG with more money and more people working on it to update it quicker.
Yeah, and
That's why I'm afraid
of it. It's also going to be a yearly thing now. You think about it too,
and it's going to be on both consoles. You were just saying that like PUBG's not on PlayStation,
and PC too.
Right.
I think it actually will increase the activity for PC players for Call of Duty. Period. Because I feel like there's hardly anyone that probably plays that on PC. Because I know Aaron, Josh's little brother, that played it.
Yeah, it's
plays Call of Duty. But now I realize I'm like, wait, Call of Duty's on PC too. So like, I think the population of players, like that's what I'm saying. We're gonna see release and how like the influencers and how that all's gonna work out and stuff, and then see if it even works.
Yeah, I think that as there kind of always is when a new genre comes around, there's gonna be like a couple big ones, and I think like the AAA people are safe anyway. Like even if their battle royale mode is trash, like they're still gonna make a bunch of money.
Yeah,
and like they're still gonna put another Call of Duty out next year, but there's always I kind of feel like we may have already seen like the two titans of the battle royale. There have been a few. Cliff Bleszinski's studio was making one, and they like went bankrupt.
Yeah, because the failure of that one game he released, that was like
right.
basically like
But it was like I think it was like a battle royale type game.
Okay.
So like we've already seen like a few other ones try to pop up and like that have failed. So like we're definitely this E3, like I expect there's probably going to be like at least 5 or 6 different battle royale modes.
Yeah.
How many of those are AAA developed, I'm not really sure, but as you always see with new genres like this, like only a couple people really ever make it out, and a bunch of people fail.
Fucking love capitalism, man. Jeez.
So that's the way that is.
Anyways, so let's move on. We're gonna talk about Rage 2. That also got announced a couple years ago. It got leaked actually. I forget who leaked it.
Walmart yeah. Canada. Yeah. There was a bunch of actually really interesting things in it. Maybe we'll talk about that in another show. But like that Walmart leak, because it seems like with some of the things that have been confirmed recently, like there's maybe a little bit more credence to that Walmart link than there was originally.
What do you mean?
Well, just like with the game, like Rage 2 was on that list, Call of Duty was on that list. There was one other one that was on that list that like has since been announced like fully. So like there's like 5 or 6 other games that are on that list that haven't been announced, but like once a week, like there's one that's like, oh, this is coming. Oh, this is so like it's giving more like maybe these other things are true, that kind of thing. Okay. Anyway, that's maybe a topic for another day.
Okay. So what do you? Because I know you and Josh were bigger Rage guys.
Rage was a great game.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was criminally like you're saying it was
criminally underrated. That's right.
But I never played it. I'm actually kind of excited because I know I'm gonna get all 3 of these games for sure, and I'm also getting Red Dead. And then this is a bigger.
Who is not getting Red Dead?
This is like a bigger fall release than usual. I feel, or in the last couple of years, I feel like it's more jam packed.
I think we'll have to wait and see what Microsoft does, especially on the first party front. Before I agree with that.
Crackdown coming out as well.
Yeah, that comes out before E3, I think. Oh no, they pushed it. They pushed it. You're right. It was originally supposed. That game's been pushed like multiple times actually. I think like if like in that we were talking about that Walmart link, like there was a Gears 5. Like if you add in like Gears 5 and maybe a Halo or like maybe just one of them, I think like or maybe like there's rumors of like a new Fable.
Gears, I would say Halo. I would say it was more a possibility.
There's been rumors of like a new Fable.
I don't want to play that game anymore.
So like I feel so like the biggest if like this fall is gonna be like historically big. I think like it's gonna depend a little bit on what Microsoft does.
Yeah.
But like Rage. So this is a Bethesda property. The second game, the sequel, is I believe being made by the people that made Mad Max, which is not a game that I have played. Very similar in like setting, like kind of like post-apocalyptic.
Probably even mechanics too.
Yeah. But I've also heard that like Mad Max is like a criminally underrated game.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit. I think because of like the launch of it was not taken well. I guess there was a lot of bugs and stuff. It's insane. I think it's been fixed.
If you're interested in playing something like Mad Max, it's on Xbox Game.
If you have an Xbox,
yeah.
We're Xbox.
Xbox is our primary console.
Yeah, primary. Well, in a way, yeah, it's kind of.
Unless you're playing MLB The Show.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah, but anyway.
So I think that like I'm really excited. The original Rage was pretty linear. It was an open world. I mean, like you could go wherever for the most part, but like the story was very linear.
I would say probably.
Maybe, yeah, something like that. Or like maybe like how I think like the newer Tomb Raider games play, where they put you. It's kind of like a linear story, but every once in a while the game kind of opens up and you can go wherever and like do whatever you want for a little bit, and then like when you move along the story, there's like very specific places that you have to go on the map and stuff like that. So like the first one was very linear story, post-apocalyptic setting. Just like really great shooting mechanics, like scavenging for materials and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. I know Josh really enjoyed it. So like, I'm really looking forward to the second one. And like, the marketing that they've done so far for the second one, it looks like just it looks almost like Mad Max meets with color for one, and then like a realistic looking Borderlands is almost what this game feels like. It's just like guns, more guns, explosions, just like complete mayhem.
It's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what it's felt like. Like the live action thing that they released, and like it's just like color bombs everywhere, and everyone looks like the bandits from Borderlands, with like all this like spikes everywhere and like all this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, I am too. You know how I have like, like when a man comes at an age and he cannot produce this testosterone for sexual activities, and I'm like that with like single player.
Where is this going?
Single player games, because I was trying to play like Mass Effect Andromeda for a little bit. I tried to play like Fallout 4 for a little bit, and I can't. I'm not like hooked onto those games. I feel like I don't have like the drive to like want to have to fucking waste my time on those kind of games. I think it started with like Dark Souls 3 and playing that. I'm not saying it's hard, difficult. I just like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not even having fun.
That is true. Like, I beat all of Dark Souls, and I couldn't tell you anything about the story.
Yeah, and like, so like that's why I'm having like an issue just playing like single player games or like RPGs or open like where games are just linear. I don't think I've even beaten a game in a while, to be honest with you. I think the last game I've beaten was. I can't even think about. I don't even have an answer for that actually right now. It's been a couple years. I think I feel like I played through the game. I felt like, or I played through a game, but like I don't beat it in a way. Yeah, because like what came out last year was like Call of Duty.
I beat Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yes,
that was the last.
Call of Duty, Battlefront. I didn't play any of the campaign.
Neither did I.
I didn't play any of the campaign of. I don't think I have anything last year. I feel like just Andromeda. That was it.
I played Mass Effect Andromeda. I played. Did you beat Metal Gear Solid?
No, I didn't even play that.
That wasn't last year, but like it just like popped into my head. I beat Gears 4. That's been a while now, a little bit. I know I beat Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah.
Can't think of too many other. Like I played only probably half of the Call of Duty World War II campaign. I did not play the single player for Battlefront.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's been a while, actually.
I'll have to double check that. But like, that's how like bad it is for me like right now. And I'm actually it might have been like GTA 5. Actually, that's how far it might have gone.
Oh dang!
Yeah. So like that's
a generation ago.
I'm in a slump right now, and I feel like I have not gotten like I haven't been satisfied with games lately. And
I agree with that.
And just like I feel like sometimes like Gears, I feel like I'm playing the same fucking game all the time. Every time I play the game, I'm like, I'm not into this. Like that's all I'm like. Call of Duty, like I'm doing the same thing I played when I was like a 5-year-old or whatever that first one came out. I feel like I want something new, or like again, if it's been that long for GTA, I feel like playing Red Dead Redemption might be that kind of way back to it. But like, cause like I haven't played a game like that in a while. And then Rage, I'm definitely gonna pick up because like I want to have fun. But actually, no wait, Far Cry 4 might have been the last game I actually beat. So yeah, that wasn't
also a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was this current generation because I remember beating that for sure.
Okay.
But I didn't even get Far Cry 5. But that's what I was.
Are you sure Far Cry 4 was this generation?
Yes.
Primal was. There's been 2 Far Cries since Far Cry 4.
Primal and
5.
That just came out. I think 4 came out like at the beginning of the generation.
Okay. I'll take your word.
I think it got released on both consoles when it launched.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah. Well, like yeah, like I'm actually gonna be pretty stoked to actually not just pick up the game but play it. And maybe they have some multiplayer elements too. We'll see. I'm not too sure if the first one did it.
I don't think that. No, it didn't.
Okay.
Maybe. It was not completely co-op, but there were certain things that you could do co-op.
Okay.
But like one-off missions, like not like.
Well, more.
It was weird. Honestly, we were talking about Battle Royale.
Battle Royale and Rage.
That game would just be complete, just
fucking
chaos.
And imagine if they had some like really gnarly animations where you can just like go to a person behind them and just do some weird like assassination stuff. That'd be amazing.
That game would be almost like like we were talking about recreating, like is like Call of Duty and Battlefield recreating Fortnite or PUBG? They're recreating PUBG.
That would definitely be it.
Rage 2 would be basically, it would be like an M-rated Fortnite.
Yes.
And that is interesting.
Little kids will play that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. M rating doesn't really mean anything these days.
Let's move on. We're going to get into our review and reaction of Deadpool 2 that came out last weekend that we saw. Right after this, we're going to go see Solo. But let's just get into it. So this is going to be spoilers, so if you haven't watched the movie, not that I like you would say like, oh, I don't know why you haven't watched. Like, okay, you haven't watched the movie. Who cares? Because I don't think not that you didn't miss much, but I feel like I feel like we said like with Guardians, we had an expectation of comedy in this movie, and I felt like it did meet it, but I felt like it was expected, and it wasn't that surprising.
That's true.
Let's go into it. What was your favorite scene in the movie? Like, period. Like, regardless if it was hilarious or the most action. What was your favorite scene?
The ones that stick out to me are the recruitment when he's like putting the X-Force together.
Yeah.
I think like that whole, like from like him doing the interviews and like going through the applications and then like meeting each one of the team and then like them jumping out of the plane or whatever and like ignoring the wind and like everyone's like trying to warn them about like the high wind and then like I guess we're talking about spoilers, so like how like all of them died except Domino. Yeah. So like I really enjoyed that part. Although it did start to drag a little bit, I think I still enjoyed the interaction between Colossus and Deadpool, and like the very end when like Cable uses his last time charge or whatever to like once he knows his family's safe. So like those are probably the three that like stick out the most. My
favorite scene was when he grew his legs back.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. That's a good one.
Yeah, because I was just like, what the and then like when he's just standing in the middle of the living room, like ready to like give like I know it's just weird, but give me chick me.
Yeah.
That was a good scene. Also when I forgot what's the kid's name. I forgot the kid's name already. That's all. Maybe that's a bad sign.
Megasonic Teen, the
little kid, the kid they tried to save.
Fire Fist.
Yeah,
I forget his name, his like X-Men name or whatever was like Fire Fist or something.
Yeah, the scene where he pulls out the pen out of his ass. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, the shank. Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on? I felt like his acting kind of like drew me away from the movie as well. I felt like it was too forced.
The kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like with like, yeah, let's go. We'll the guy for the biggest guy in here or the baddest guy in here. I was like, shut up. Just like be afraid or something. Like be just like afraid. So like I don't know. I felt like it didn't fit. I felt like it just was forced and like it was not believable. Even though it's a fictional movie, but like it didn't sell it to me.
I don't know. I think to me it came off more as like him being naive. Like living,
too, but I feel like
I don't know. It wasn't that it didn't work for me. It was just like that character was being naive as to like what it was going to be like in prison. And like,
I think also now I'm thinking about it because the experience of like him having a superpower outside, but like now he's inside, he doesn't have that kind of power, I guess. So yeah, that makes sense.
So it wasn't really like too much of a negative for me. I think this was just like, especially the first two acts was just a little bit of a slow burn. I think that like the scene out in front of the school for Howard with like the abusive staff or whatever, when like and then like Deadpool ends up shooting them after like having a negotiate. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
And then like Colossus has to like restrain him or whatever, and he gets arrested, and like both of them go to prison. I think like almost the entirety of the prison scene was way too long.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, because like it didn't. The only big thing you got out of it was just who's the big guy. We found out was Juggernaut.
Right.
So that was it. Like that's why I think maybe too. That's what I'm saying. Like it was. That's why I didn't like the acting. Like it was.
Like I feel like we spent the entire second act of that movie in the prison, and it just took way too long. And again, like what you said in the beginning, like I feel the humor. Like I'm sure if had this been the first Deadpool movie that I'd seen, like I would have found it way funnier. But like. As with Guardians, you kind of know when to expect the jokes.
Yeah.
But this was definitely a funny movie. Like it was entertaining, I would say. I think like the third act definitely saved this movie for me. I think that it would have been 100% mediocre at best.
I'm gonna try to take
Matt
Matt to this movie, because he wants to go see it.
If it was not for the third act, I think it was definitely mediocre.
Because I think I would probably want to watch it again to see more details or like to pay attention to it a little bit more. But the rated R stuff, I mean, I don't know, it's not that terrible. I feel like there was nothing like what was. Like,
I feel like it wasn't as bad as the first one.
Yeah, like it wasn't like there wasn't like anything that was super like. Did they really do that? Like there was nothing like too big that I could think of. I mean, like there's a dude getting chopped into like the thing you put the trees in.
Yeah.
Because his shoe got caught into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I mean, like the baby scene where
the wood chipper. There you
go. I mean, the guy getting shot straight up in the head. Like not that I'm used to that kind.
There was a couple brutal deaths, but like that's kind of common at this point.
Yeah. So like there wasn't like anything too surprising. I'm like, hey, if anyone's shocked by watching this, it's like, well, there's something wrong with you.
They should know what to. I imagine most people that are going to go see this know what they're.
Yeah, but I mean, like someone that like doesn't watch these kind of movies and like doesn't like violence or something like that. So like,
this is not a movie for you.
Yeah, it's definitely not a movie. And if you throw up for some reason watching something like this, I'm like, there's something wrong with you.
I definitely feel like they were a little bit. It was like the violence was a little bit more, so like it turned up to 11 in the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because no, at the beginning of the movie, they had that weird scene where he was fighting in Japan or something like that, Shanghai, and he chopped out.
Oh yeah.
That was like I think that was like the worst probably, and after that it was like it didn't get to that level at all. Cause he cut the guy's both arms and legs off, I think, or just.
I think it was both arms, and then cut him. I think it was both arms, and he cut him in half.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he got messed up.
Yeah.
He ain't making Deadpool 3.
What was the worst scene? I think I've already said that my worst scene that I picked out.
I think so. I think I kind of said so too. The prison.
Yeah.
The prison didn't work for me. It was too slow. Basically, you just get Deadpool waiting to die.
I think honestly, you probably. I mean, because if you somehow. Like, you could probably cut the whole prison scene out of the movie, and it might even make sense. It still might work.
I still think that you need.
No, I meant like if you actually if you like literally fast forward through it, like not that you did. I'm not saying like take it all out. I'm saying like if you fast forward through the prison scene, and you like because I think Anthony fell asleep.
He fell asleep during the prison scene. That's how slow the prison scene is.
And like he was like, what I missed, I was like, they're just transporting him. He's like, oh okay, I know what's going on. I feel like you literally don't need to watch that scene, and you would have like been able to pick it up.
The only thing, like they could have eliminated like straight, just not fast forwarding through, like straight eliminated the whole thing until Cable shows up. Because I think you need that scene. I think you need the scene where at first Deadpool thinks that he's coming for him. Like they know that that Cable is targeting his cell, and so he's like, well, "What did I do to piss this guy off?"
Yeah,
and then you need that conversation between Cable and Deadpool where like Firefist overhears him saying like, "I don't care about the kid" or whatever, and then like that being like a trigger for him.
I guess.
I think you need both of those scenes, but everything leading up to that, like starting at the scene out in front of the school all the way through like Cable showing up at the prison, like I feel like that was probably 30 or 45 minutes of just like you can get rid of all that.
Yeah, you definitely could have, because I mean you missed the you definitely have to watch what's his name, Deadpool's girlfriend. I can't even remember characters' names anymore.
I'm blanking too.
But yeah, when she dies, I feel like that was important. Yeah, that was like probably like the saddest, but like probably one of the most important scenes in the movie, to see like how he comes through like redemption.
Yeah, and like I really like for as like crass and humorous of a movie that like these have kind of been, I feel that like those scenes where like he has like tried to kill himself and like he goes to like that room or whatever and there's the barrier and he's like can't get in or whatever, he's like trying to get to her, like those were like I really enjoyed those scenes.
Yeah, because it got a little deep.
Yeah, it did. Surprisingly deep.
Cut. Yeah, because like I said, like that was like that her dying set up like all that.
Yeah,
and it was kind of like it kind of made Deadpool like human as well. Like not just like a superhero. It made him very much human.
I personally, so like I feel like this movie had one of the best post credit scenes of like any movie in recent memory.
Oh yeah, because they fixed the time.
They
machine.
fixed the time thing and recharge.
Oh,
So like I did feel I regret a little bit that they chose to bring her back. I understand that like that's like 100%. If I was in that situation, that was something that I would do. But I regret that like it like tainted all of the previous scenes a little bit for me.
Yeah, I think in a way, but it's like I said, it's Deadpool, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
I feel like it let him off the hook.
Yeah,
a little bit. And so like I don't really know how I feel about that, but like everything else that happened, like going back to X-Men First Class, and like killing the old Deadpool, like that scene, like him and Hugh Jackman, and like where like he has like his mouth like sewn shut or whatever. It's like they finally figured out how to shut you up or whatever.
And then they like totally they did what they should have done with the prequels for Star Wars. But that's what else.
Woo!
Anyways, but like even like when he gets like Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
But well, I mean, I would have felt bad if they would have killed her off too, because like this is like the only significant one she's ever done. I think this is like the biggest piece of or biggest film or like anything.
She's been in some other things, and she's also she's been in Gotham for the last like 4 years.
Yeah, but it's Gotham Deadpool.
Just saying, there's a lot of people that love Gotham out there. If you love Gotham, let us know in the comments. At the Radio on Twitter.
Let Jacob on Jacob here. Let him know how much you guys love Gotham on Twitter.
Hey, Gotham's good.
Yeah,
I won't say great.
I watched after like Thursday.
Good.
I'm done.
Yeah, you're missing out, man.
Anyway. I like watch it through Jason. That's what. Yeah. So we're not gonna like give it a rating or like that. That'd be it's kind of stupid to do that. It's like, who cares? But like I would say, like, would you even recommend it like to someone like if they have nothing to do this weekend? Like,
I think so.
Yeah, as a movie.
I think I would too. I think it was entertaining.
I think it's also kind of weird timing because like you got this Deadpool and then this weekend you have Solo, so it's like we'll see both of them. I guess if we have Movie Pass, so we don't.
If you have Movie Pass, 100% worth it.
Yeah, just go watch it.
As long as your movie tickets are not $15, I would say definitely go watch Deadpool.
Which is like
most places.
Movie Pass is the best. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah, if you have Movie Pass, just go watch it. If you don't, like, this is a movie. If you're a Star Wars guy, go watch Solo. Well, we're actually gonna find out after this, so we'll actually tell you. We'll give you a definitive answer next episode.
Definitive, cannot be disputed.
Yes. But yeah. I would say definitely. Like I said, I'm gonna convince Alyssa to let me go because Maddie, when I told him out, because he was here and like he was like, "Oh, where are you gonna go?" I was like, "I'm gonna go watch Deadpool." He's like, "Oh, I want to watch a movie." I was like, "I'm gonna take you." He was like, "Next time." I was like, "Sure." I was like, "All right, I'll try to convince your mom then." So we'll see.
All right.
Just me trying to be an awesome uncle. But yeah. Let's get into what was no. So we're gonna do E3 next week.
We'll just make a whole show out of that.
Yeah, basically, and then let's get to. You want to talk about anything else before we get into the random topic? So
let's just dive in.
Okay.
Random topic.
We might be able to do two. So like how we'll structure like how if we have enough time to do another one, we'll do another one. If not, then we'll just stop if it's long. But yeah, go ahead and take a random one. Go ahead and read it.
I don't like this one. I know.
There's only like 8.
I know. You don't need to say that. They could have thought this whole bowl was like full.
Oh, it's full to the brim.
Yeah, you never know.
Look, it's so full. It took me like 2 seconds to like have to pick that up.
Somehow I feel like we got the depressing one here.
Which one? What's
so our topic is things that keep you up at night.
Oh, you did get the one. Yep. Oh, that was like the most depressing one. There's other ones I'm gonna write in there eventually, but things that keep you up at night. Let's talk about that. I mean, we don't have to get too personal.
Constipate.
Just like, is there anything weird? Because I have weird things.
I think just like I'm personally at. You don't say not to get too personal, but I guess my best answer to this question is a little bit personal. I feel like right now I'm like in that weird phase where like I'm done with school, but like I haven't put my degree to use in any fashion. So like things that keep me up at night is like finding a job, trying to figure out really what I want to do. Like I majored in mechanical engineering, but like
I don't know the same for your school, but that school Pacific, yeah. Woo, endorsed.
Yeah.
Here.
So, but like, honestly, I don't like really want to do that anymore.
What?
Like engineering.
Okay.
So
that's kind of what I mean. I'm not saying like this is like
so just
this is like what we're gonna do now.
Like wondering what the wondering. I'd say like what keeps me up is like what the next like 12 months are gonna look like.
Okay. So that's how far you're looking into it. Okay.
Just like because like my student loans have started, like stuff like that. So just
I remember because that was like the biggest.
Real life is starting for me like right now. So
exactly.
Just like wondering like how everything's gonna like unfold. Yeah.
Anything like you're like anxious about, like, or you're like you want to like there's like a goal or like a thing that you're like.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, not really. I don't think so. Just like taking it one day at a time, kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah. How about you? Is this only for me? Or
I mean, I can answer one.
Well, I mean, you might as well.
Probably. Yeah, same thing. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm still in school too, so it's like, or I'm not as done as you are. Obviously, you're well done. I'm still marinating and like getting like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know because there's other things, other avenues I want to look at, and then but still eventually getting a degree would be. No, I would do it for myself, not for like. Because I know my parents obviously would be like, oh my god, yeah. Because like my sister and stuff, and I know like my mom's reaction and stuff to it. But like, I don't think I would. One thing I always say, like, I don't think I would want to walk for graduation for college. Honestly,
I was the same way, but my mom would have literally killed me.
Yeah. So like, but like I'm like, that's okay, mom. I did graduation, like high school graduation was yours. This one's mine. I feel like I don't like the ceremonies. I've gone to Crystal's and Caesars, Carly's. I've been to a couple other ones, but like I just don't like the experience. I don't like being out there like in a coat like that personally. Like I don't like being, I guess, a little graduation thing.
Cap and gown.
Yeah, cap and gown. And I'm like, I don't. Not that I don't like attention, but I don't like attention like that. In a way, I guess is what I'm saying too. So, but other things at night, it's just like, because I do DoorDash on the side as well as work, and like just like avoiding death, I guess, from on the street. So like, just like that's the thing that scares me. Like I'm like that not scares me. Like I'm just like, all right, I survived today. So hopefully I can survive tomorrow. Because like it's dangerous. I mean, we live in Orange County, so like traffic is a thing here. But like I'm pretty smart. I've definitely probably avoided a ton of accidents already. So just not going. But like that stuff is like what keeps me up at night, I guess. Sometimes. But yeah. Alright. You want to do another one?
Might as well. That was kind of short.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's the point of these. So they're kind of short or they might be long. We'll see what it takes us.
And mix up the 7 that are left.
7. There's going to be more next time. Yeah.
Farting in public.
Yes. How do you... Oh, this. I love this one. So how do you have a strategy for that at all? Okay, we can break this one down to like even like on like first dates and stuff too.
Well, I haven't been on one of those in a long time, but I would say it's more like try your best to hold it until you go take a piss.
Okay.
That's like that's plan A. Okay? Plan A is just like waiting as long as you can until you have a moment. Plan B it's gonna get weird. Plan B is just like sneaking in where you can.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I think everyone understands that.
Yeah. So,
Plan C, this is where it gets a little interesting. Plan C, you gotta know like what it's gonna smell like a little bit.
So
because then you know.
Oh, I'm good. I'm in the clear. Yes,
then you know that it's like because sometimes it like doesn't smell like anything, and sometimes it's like you're gonna kill someone. So like you gotta know how much damage is gonna be done. You have to like be able to rate it on like a 1 to 10 scale. Because then you know where you can get like you can be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
If it's not a putrid smell.
Putrid. I love it.
I guess. So that's A, B, and C right there.
All right. So what about on a first date?
I think like the only option is plan A probably.
It's
like you just gotta brave it out until until you are alone.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm definitely like when I'm around like the guys like us and like our group of friends. I don't give a. It's gone.
It's gone.
Release.
It is announced publicly too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. I feel like it's a courtesy to do it as well. Like I say, like, hey, dude, I'm about to fart. Like
that's an interesting way of putting it, but fair enough.
Yeah,
it's public courtesy.
I don't like. I remember I've only done it like a couple of times. Like I always tell everyone like when I fart. Like even since I was a little kid, I've been doing it. Like I think it's only been a couple of times. It was like a camping trip or something like that where like I did it and like my dad was like, "Who did that?" I'm like, I was mean, but like after that, I just like I own up to it. I feel like it's like it's life, dude. It's a fart. Fart's a fart. But like my bad ones are only now from like drinking like beer in general. It depends on the beer, but like after like especially the day after or like that night of like coming home, like I'm like, damn, dude, like what happened? Holy crap!
For me, it's definitely the protein shakes that I've been having like in the morning. Yeah.
Ew.
So like I'm trying to lose some weight. So I've been like most of my breakfasts are like protein shakes or like at least probably one meal a day is like a protein shake as like a meal replacement just to like cut down.
Because of the dairy, I'm guessing.
And the like protein and like just like a high volume protein.
Oh.
So like it's like big. It's like basically all it is. Like
getting swole, dude.
Yeah.
Mom never ain't no bitch. All right.
So there you go. Plan A, in the bathroom when you take a piss, or like even if you have to like, I'm gonna go take a piss, but that's not your goal. Your goal,
you can use that.
Your goal is to fart.
Yeah.
Like it got to go.
That's some good advice right there. I mean, like, okay, what about let's expand this a little bit more then.
All right.
How about shitting in public? Like, I have a thing where I can't poop outside my house, dude.
I feel like most people are probably. I feel like most people are like that.
When we went to the Angel game and I had to go, dude, that was the first time I shit in public in like probably almost a decade.
I think for the like, I think there's a difference between like someone else's house and like Angel Stadium or anything to you. Yeah. Like I feel like a public place, I don't really care. Like if I got to go, then I'm going. Mm-hmm. If it's like someone else's house, that's when I'm gonna hold this time at my own house.
I don't want to. I won't be real-line piping over
here. That toilet seat's gotta feel familiar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't. It's just weird, dude. Like when I used to work at Walmart, man, and I had to go, dude, I would drive down to here and have to go.
That's just crazy.
I know, but like I have this weird. I just like I have to feel comfortable because because you know when you poop, you're like there's still like more there, but like it's just like I have to like when I'm at home, everything is gone. But like when I'm out, like I feel like I don't have like it's not an empty tank. That concerns me because that means if your farts are potentially worse. But yeah. Anyways,
there you go.
That's been the Jacob and Me podcast. The first one. Oh my god. First episode 1. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Let us know how bad we're doing. Maybe if we'll get to a point where we get so popular that people can submit those questions instead of me having to do that.
It could be our Patreon tier. $1 Patreon tier. Submit a question.
Eventually, we should potentially look at that. We'll see though. Yeah, go ahead and check out our other videos or other podcasts. All the audio links will be down below. And then if you're listening to us on SoundCloud and potentially Apple or podcasts, we do it a video version of it as well. So go to the YouTubes, type in College Avenue, but not Avenue, the word AVE dot, like because it's what do you call that? Is that abbreviated? No.
Yes.
Is it? Okay. And yeah, go check it out. Don't be a bitch. And then check out College Avenue After Hours where we mess around. We're gonna be playing State of Decay pretty soon, right?
Yes, we are.
And other stuff. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Some Total War.
We'll have other friends, and then eventually have them on the podcast as well. And yeah, that's it.
Yep.
We'll see you guys later.
Deuces.
Bye.